Today we're going to work on solving fraction division problems, and we're going to solve them using diagrams. When we're using a diagram, the first thing that I'm going to do is model the whole number. Okay, so in this one we're dividing up 4. So I'm going to draw 4 big boxes. You want to make sure you give yourself space because you are going to be dividing these up into smaller sections. Okay, for this one, our denominator is 3, so you don't need to get super big, but give yourself enough space. That is the 4, and now we want to divide that into 2/3. When we're dividing into 2/3, I'm going to need to divide each of my wholes into 3 groups. So I'm going to use a dashed line to represent that each part of these now represents 1/3. And I'm going to do that in all of my whole boxes. So now each whole is divided into thirds. So now I'm going to count out groups of 2/3. So we know the first one is 1/3, so this would be 1/3, 2/3, which makes this our first group. Okay, I'm going to continue counting out groups of 2/3. So I have 1/3, 2/3. That would be my second group. 1/3, 2/3. That is going to be my third group. 1/3, 2/3. That is my fourth group. 1/3, 2/3. Fifth group, and 1/3, 2/3. That is my sixth group. So the number of groups you can make is going to be what this is equal to. So 4 2/3 is equal to 6. Okay, what's going to happen if we don't end up with a whole number? Okay, some of the problems you're going to do today have a remainder. So let's take a look at what that would look like. Again, the first step that I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw 6 full boxes. I'm going to be dividing them into fifths, so I am going to make sure I give myself plenty of space to do that. For this one, unfortunately, I'm going to have to model on 2 lines, so that's 3. This will be 4, 5, and 6. Alright, so now I want to be dividing this into groups of 4/5. So let's break up those boxes into fifths. Okay. Don't worry if it's not perfectly the same size, just approximating that those are fifths. So each of these now represents 1/5, and I need to go through and repeat this process for each of these. So this is going to be a little time consuming, so make sure you're patient taking your time through it. That's 3 of my boxes into fifths. Okay, I'm using the dash line just to emphasize that this is not the value of one whole, that it's again representing each piece is 1/5. Almost there, one more. Alright, so now I have my 6 wholes broken up into groups of fifths. So now I'm going to go through and I'm counting out this time groups of 4/5. So 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. Okay, I'm using this bracket to help me keep track of what group number I'm on. Again, this is 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. Continuing 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so when we have larger numbers, we are going to end up having to carry on to our second line. Okay, so that was group 3 there, and this will be group 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's group 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Group 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Group 7. And so now we see this is what happens when we can't make a complete last group. So this is going to be a not whole number answer. So I'm going to have a mixed fraction. Okay, so the whole number is going to come from how many total groups did we make. So if you do a good job counting as you go, you can see I made 7 whole groups. So that's my whole number. Then I had 3 left over. So that will be our numerator. Be careful because the denominator here is going to change. Okay, so I know we were dividing by fifths, so you might think that this is 3/5. But what your denominator is how many you were counting by. So each section was counting by 4, so my remainder there is 3/4. All right, lots of practice, and this will definitely take time. Okay, be patient, and I promise you guys will get this. Good luck.